lecture is on the circulatory system. It's a rather simple topic as long as you have a basic understanding of this schematic.
Let the games begin.
Now.
Question.
Yes?
Sorry. Does the third row from the top and the fourth from the left have anything to do with the complete occlusion of the posterior inferior cerebellar artery?
I'll be getting to that in a couple of slides. In the meantime, let's move on to a chart that even a fourth grader could understand. As you can see here, the cardiovascular system is completely intertwined and interdependent, since it is a tube, a pump, a sensory organ, and pretty much the coolest thing since sliced bread.
Question.
Yes.
So if that red line there were to, well, in a matter of speaking, well, if the blue line and the red line were to form a right angle, oh, they do right there, and the birth of the universe was a billion years ago, and I've seen that heart and lungs have been transplanted into a gorilla before, and, well, okay, so basically, if the red line were moved higher, that dashed one, could I have a position in your lab?
No. Moving on to the next topic, some histology. You'll need to know every cell here, both pathological or not, just by seeing it for mere seconds. Because that's all the time that you'll have for your patient to develop acute alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency and die, which is a very common disease. As you can see from all the cells here.
Question.
Yes, you in the back.
So if the third row of cells, do they add any dexterity?
Could you please speak up?
Does the third row of cells add any dexterity to the structure as a whole?
Why don't you go sit in the front with the rest of the gunners? You guys really are unbelievable. Moving on. Oh, well, I see. This lousy PC doesn't want to display images created on my Macintosh, which is pretty much the best computer ever made. Well, you should look for this in your notes around page 472. If you don't memorize this, you will fail.
Question. Is a QuickTime decompressor some sort of pacemaker?
Moving on. You can plainly see here the interface between different types of cells due to the interdigitation of the non-stain structures to the stain structures.
Question.
Yes.
What kind of stain was used on that slide?
Does that have anything to do with anything that I'm teaching? Right. It is a Golgi stain. And if anybody asks what that little speck was in the top corner, I am going to leave. Moving on. As you can see here, this well-designed image should demonstrate the entire body is involved in the cardiovascular system. The image is also in your notes, since I don't believe in proofreading my slides before sending them to press.
Question! I have a question!
Irritated? You're irritated.
No, I'm not irritated. I'm a dental student, and this was not included in my notes, and I demand to know why.
Okay, tooth jockey. You should have received this image along with those stylish blue scrubs that you've worn to class. Perhaps you were too busy flossing.
I can't take any of this anymore. I'm going to law school.
Hey, Maverick, check it out. I think I have a gunner bingo right there.
Just raise your hand and say something.
Excuse me.
Yes, question?
Bingo.